Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Beyond Crazy. As you can see, I am still up north. It is absolutely beautiful. I am beyond stoked to be up here still. I'm gonna be doing another beautiful cook with that meat that I got from Randall's. So I took the opportunity, I woke up pretty early today, so I took the opportunity, took a little hike. I'm gonna go do that cook, and then I've got a couple other cool things I'm gonna do on my final full day up here. But yeah, I'm super excited to have you guys along for the ride, and yeah, I'm hoping to shoot a bunch on this beautiful, beautiful trip, guys. I don't know if it's just the immature part of me, but every time I'm out in a forest, I feel like it's the exact forest that people get chased through in scary movies. There's there's the hills, there's the debris to fall over. Yeah, this seems like the forest that someone just appears behind you. Okay, I've made it to the top. I'm a little more winded than I'd like to admit, but I'm gonna blame it on the elevation. So yeah, honestly guys, this is super, super nice. It came up to this like hilltop. It's awesome. It honestly, like walking up, it kind of reminds you of like where you'd go find like the final boss. Like you're like walking up and it's like the single trailhead going up to like this big old thing. But I'm gonna show you guys the actual reason that I picked this trailhead. So this is the reason this place was picked, is because of these caves. So I will say this, I'm a tiny bit on the claustrophobic side, so I'm gonna do a little bit of exploring, but no wormholing or anything for me. Look at this. So I can see light coming out over there. So there's a pretty good bet that it connects through. Oh, okay, so we're in. I'm gonna show you guys around. Oh, this is crazy. And this is where I showed you guys earlier. So they're just these little caves. But that's so cool. So that's one of them. I'm actually kind of creeped out by that little hole that was like down to the left, so I'm gonna stay away from that. I was told there was a summit not too far from here too, so I'm gonna probably hike another like mile or so. I just saw this. This feels like a missed opportunity if I don't. Look at that. I will say, to my own fault, I've never been scared of like insects and reptiles and stuff like that. I'm more so just concerned about like larger stuff. I can see that it goes through, so I'm down. It's not that tight, it's fine. It's kind of creepy now. Did it. That last thing I said actually has me thinking about a stats thing. So for the people who know me, when I was in college, stats was like my favorite thing. But when I said I was like, yeah, I'm more so scared of like larger animals like bobcats and stuff, I saw this statistic online that was that the average male thinks that they could fight off a fully grown bobcat. You guys are delusional. It's that one, and then my other favorite one was the average male. It was like 90% of men had voted that they think that in an emergency situation, that without any training, that they would be able to land a commercial passenger aircraft. I don't know, guys. I don't know these expectations. I don't know how many people are doing flight sims in their spare time, but nevertheless, I'm on my way back down the mountain right now. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna go home, clean off, set up, and yeah, get this cook on. I have a feeling you guys are gonna like it. All right, guys. We are back at the home, and now we are getting ready for that cook. So I chose to utilize the same outdoor cook as last night. It just seemed to work so well. So I'll show you guys a little bit of what I got going on. I got everything set up right now. Cool, we got our beautiful open fire. I haven't even mentioned what I'm cooking yet. So I'm doing baby back ribs, and I'm also gonna utilize some of this corn that we didn't use all of it yesterday from the cook, so I'm gonna utilize that. I'm thinking, I looked through the pantry of what I had available here. I saw some balsamic vinaigrette, so I'm thinking that I do like a grilled corn salad with the baby back ribs. So let's jump right into it right now, and yeah, I'll show you guys how to do this at home. Awesome, so today we're gonna be cooking some baby back ribs. I'm also gonna be doing a grilled corn salad here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take these. I'm gonna actually just leave these husk on. Take you guys with me. I'm gonna leave these husk on. I'm just gonna throw them right there. Boom, right there. Start those cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna remove the silver fat from the ribs. try to stay as clean as possible. I've got a garbage can I also pulled out. So I've got these all taken out. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna remove the silver skin, which is just gonna be this part here. I'm gonna take a knife, run it by the end. I've done it once or twice before on the channel. Just yields the best results. I used to not care, but it's definitely the thing to do. So I'll go ahead and I'll pull that back, and then I'm gonna use a paper towel. I'm gonna rip all of that off, and then I'll show you guys the dry brine I'm gonna make for it. For this one, I'm thinking I'm gonna use a super simple dry rub. I'm just gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm gonna pull off that skin. I'm gonna put a dry rub on it. I'm gonna throw it on. I'm just gonna do a campfire cooking way. So it's gonna be 15 minutes each side, and then I'm gonna throw it inside some tin foil with the barbecue sauce that we're gonna make homemade. And we're gonna go ahead and put that inside the tin foil and let that go for about 20 minutes. Let that residually cook on the inside and come up to temp, and should be beautiful. For this one, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change up a tiny bit. I'll list out everything I'm gonna put. I'm just gonna use pretty even parts of everything for this dry rub. So this dry rub is going to be onion powder. Didn't have very much of that, so I'll just use everything I've got. I've got garlic powder. I've got a little bit of chili powder for some flavor. Salt, obviously. Some black pepper. Awesome, and then some ground cumin as well. I tend not to go as heavy on the cumin just because it's a little overpowering. So this is what I'm looking at. Go ahead and give this a nice little mix. Perfect. Corn is just cooking away over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this. I'm just gonna take my knife and just turn that onto its side. Should be good. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this dry seasoning to the outside layer here. So the amount I gave was about enough for the one, so I'll double up on it. Definitely thought that was gonna make more. It's a little bit windy, but we're gonna work through it, guys. Got everything patted down with the dry rub. There we go, that's English. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw these down on the grate on the front side here. They're gonna cook off for about 15 minutes. While that's going, I'm gonna take the time, I'm gonna clean off all of my stuff. So that's got about 15 minutes, like I was saying. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna clean up everything. I have been using raw meat inside my workstation. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break down everything, clean that up, and then we're gonna whip together that homemade barbecue sauce that we were talking about. Let's get started on that homemade barbecue sauce. I will say I've already got my cup of ketchup put inside the bowl here. It's going to be a 1/4 cup of brown sugar as well as a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of your flavor. I wanna make a spicy variant, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple other things, and yeah, let's get it started. All right, I got a cup of that. I'm gonna come in with a 1/4 cup of my brown sugar. I'm gonna go ahead, add in my apple cider vin. So I've got that 1/4 cup in there. 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup. It's gonna be two tablespoons of molasses, which I've got some nice organic molasses. And then it's gonna be 2 teaspoons of cayenne. And then it's gonna be equal parts 1 teaspoon of all the rest. But I'll show you guys exactly what that looks like right now. This is our molasses for anyone who hasn't worked with it before. Try not to get it on yourself. It is stanky. There's one big one, and there's another big one. 2 of cayenne pepper. This is gonna be 2 teaspoons. I'm just gonna guess everything, guys. I've got the actual recipe in front of me, but I'm gonna go ahead and just guesstimate most of this stuff. I like it a little spicy too, so I'm gonna add in a little bit. Salt, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. Okay. So it's gonna be 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon Chipotle chili, and we'll give this a mix. That's really good. Sorry about that. I had to add in the rest. I had to run back inside to grab them. I know I like listed off a bunch of stuff that I didn't end up putting in, but I ran inside, grabbed the rest, don't worry. So I went ahead and mixed that all up. That's gonna be perfect, guys. I'm rolling up right on about the time that I'm gonna go ahead and flip these. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna start rocking that corn salad as well. So those have been running for just about 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and give those a flip, show you guys what they look like. They're gonna run for an additional 15 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap them up and throw onto that awesome barbecue sauce that we just made. Oh yeah, that is what you guys wanna see. Look at those. Gonna make sure that these corn get a little bit of love. These are about to come off to start working that working that salad. So I'm gonna turn those face down so that they can get as much color as possible. I could not be more stoked. So I've got all of that stuff gone ahead and put aside. Sorry, I'm getting blasted by the sun. I've got all of my zucchini, my red pepper, my shallot, my garlic, all of that inside here. It's gonna be kosher salt, black pepper, olive oil, and balsamic vin to finish. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw some of this beautiful grilled corn in there. And yeah, I'll show you guys what that looks like when I mix it all up. Also, basil, I didn't forget. Careful working with these, they are gonna be a bit hot. Go ahead and come on these sides. Just taking off that corn. I'm not gonna go crazy deep or anything. Don't worry about doing that. You just want these nice grilled corns. So you'll repeat the process 3 times here. I'm actually gonna, these are beautiful pieces of basil. It looks super lively. I'm actually just gonna rinse them under some water, clean those off, and then I'm just gonna throw those straight in. I really like large pieces of basil. I might split some of them, like hand tear a couple of them that are too large, but I'm gonna throw the salad together and I'll show you guys. I'm super stoked on it, honestly. I've got the salad already right here. Here's what it's looking like right now. Wow, words are just escaping me today. I will say I'm gonna use a regular balsamic vin. I would recommend, if you guys have the ability to at home, get a white balsamic vinaigrette. It's gonna keep the food from getting dyed or anything or looking dark. Sorry, I'm fixing the camera there. It's gonna keep it from looking like dark tinted or anything. It's not gonna make any difference as far as flavor, except for it's just gonna be that lighter color. So the second side has been running for about 15 minutes now. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull out 2 large pieces of tin foil. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap them. I'm gonna wrap them together. I really don't care. I'm gonna wrap them together. It's the way that I do it if I was camping, so that's the way that I'm gonna do it right now. I'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm probably just gonna put 3 tin foil layers on the bottom, one going through the middle to keep it like overlapping over the middle, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for the top, and then I'm gonna put on all of that barbecue sauce from the top, just straight onto the top of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put that back onto the grill for about 15 minutes. I think 2 is gonna be enough if I put them together. Sorry, even more blinded. I'm sure that's not the way they're doing it in the Michelin star places, but this isn't a Michelin star place, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a nice brush. I was wrong. Didn't look like I ended up using all of it. I didn't want to overwhelm it because I still want that nice crust on the outside, but this is what we're working with right now, guys. This is what we're looking like. Nice coloration, good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 more layers. I'm gonna layer those over the top, make it nice and tight, and I'm just gonna throw those on. You can see my fire is like taken out right now. There is plenty of residual heat coming off of those, even those are whited out. Got that put right back on the heat. That's gonna sit there. I'm gonna let that go for, like I said, about 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up outside. I will say that this is the last of the outside cooks that I'm doing this weekend. It's honestly been a pleasure. I've learned a lot too, so I'm hoping that I can like take what I learned and put that towards the next future cooks. Another shout out just to everyone who's made this possible. Like, I've had the absolute best time probably of my life these last couple weeks, being able to like travel and do this for my work. So just like honestly from the bottom of my heart, thank you. All right, gently start pulling this back. It is gonna be warm, guys, so just careful putting your hands up in here. And look at those ribs, guys. Look at those things. Gorgeous looking ribs. Let me go ahead and cut these down, plate them up, and let's do a taste test. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That looks so, so good. I've got one broken off over here for me to eat too. So, so, so good, guys. Honestly, try it out. You guys got to. Oh my goodness. I'm super stoked to be here. I will say I'm gonna probably just head on home and make sure I'm well rested for the long voyage home. So thank you so much for joining me. It's been an awesome weekend. I'm super glad that you guys were able to come along. If you guys wouldn't mind doing me a favor, if you guys would like, comment, subscribe, do your thing on your side so I can do my thing on mine, I'd absolutely love it. And then also comment another spot that you'd like to see me go do. I'm really curious to see where you guys would like to see me travel. So yeah, I'm really loving this. Thank you again to everyone who's made this possible. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.